One of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges goes insolvent. It's been a wild past couple of days, and the contagion continues. I mean, at first, it felt like two CEOs just bullying each other for some power struggle, but things definitely took a turn very quickly. My heart goes out to all the people who are struggling right now. I know it must be very tough, but just remember this too shall pass, and hopefully the market will be at a much better spot in the years to come. So let's briefly go over how we got here. Sam Bankman-Fried, which is the CEO and founder of FTX, one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges in the market right now, claims, obviously, due to being an inexperienced CEO, he had left huge decision making in the hands of other similarly inexperienced programmers and developers, while he wandered off to buddy up with Gary Gensler in hopes of trying loopholes to monopolize the centralized exchange through regulations. And once CZ, the CEO of Binance, another huge cryptocurrency exchange in the market, caught wind of this, CZ went about this very strategically, not only selling off his FTT tokens, but also creating fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, which ultimately ended up with everybody wanting to withdraw their money. So to project confidence, Caroline comes and says, CZ, you want to sell? I'll buy it. I'll buy all your tokens for $22. But here's the question. Why $22? And that's when people got to digging. If the token falls below or far below $22, they risk going insolvent. So FTX finds themselves in a major hole, out of money. Users want to withdraw their funds, but they can't. They are pissed, everybody's mad, the market's in a panic. So CZ seemingly was going to save the day. He said that he'll buy FTX, save investors, save the market, but he did make it clear that it was a non-binding letter of intent. And they had to do their due diligence like any other business would. And it only took 24 hours for them to come back and say this is not happening. So you can imagine how bad everything must be with FTX. I'm sure they took a look at the balance sheets and it only took them 24 hours to realize this is not a good deal. And there is another aspect of it, whereas Binance is already a huge marketplace and it would have monopolized the market a little bit. Since it's only the huge ones left would be Binance, Coinbase. I mean, there's ones like Gemini, but these are really the mainstream ones with all the bells and whistles. So it really would have monopolized the market, which would have been a hard deal to push through as well because of that reason. So they basically took customer deposits and engaged in high risk trades with leverage. Once this prices started to plummet, then they lost exponentially, but kept it under the wraps. Now they find themselves in $8 to $10 billion debt. So listen, you know how some people say NFTs are just animal JPEGs used for money laundering? Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, but it looks like FTX is doing, or maybe doing, or probably, or exactly is doing just that. So let's go to this tweet from Kobe. Can anybody explain what is happening with this address? It is withdrawing millions of Tether from FTX and sending them to this wallet address below. Currently 21 million withdrawn. The tweet was later updated. Apparently, this is a Bahamas account withdrawing other people's funds for them. They are likely bypassing the internal balance transfers block by selling NFTs on FTX's NFT marketplace. Example, Bahamas account creates an NFT, the stuck user buys the NFT with their full balance. So basically, it sounds like FTX is trying to move the user funds from their account through the fund transfer that takes place when buying an NFT, which would be really messed up if that's the case. Hopefully they'll turn around and say, we were just doing this to send them later to the customer's wallet addresses, but we don't know. So far, they do not have a good track record. Tom Emmer, which is a US Republican politician, he shares, interesting. Gary Gensler runs to the media while reports to my office allege he was helping SBF and FTX work on legal loopholes to obtain a regulatory monopoly. We're looking into this. So it's just going to be interesting to see how this unfolds and if he is going to provide us with more information and facts. This really goes to show you how dangerous the role of centrality is to the culture of Web3. The power cannot be rested upon one or two people. Bad as this may have been, at least it's not under the wraps anymore, and we're going towards a healthier, decentralized future. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be keeping a close eye on the market, so if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe, please, and we will see you again.